idleness in the church. You come to a place, you find 1,000 graduates. All of them wake up in the morning. From morning till night. And they do it for 4 years. I'm not against it if God sent you there for a season. You are following divine instruction. But to go and lock your life down for 5 years. Later you now go and marry a lady who is doing well and begin to scam her money that the Holy Ghost told you that she should bring her money. This is a serious matter. Don't take it for granted. That's why I'm taking my time to address every point. We have too many lazy believers. And that's why the people of the world they are just going ahead. They understand how the systems work. Somebody has no job. He's too proud to teach. I should go and teach in the secondary school. What do you have? Who is you? He has nothing to do with. Tell him go and sell clothes. He say, me? You can't sell, but you are begging. Which is more honorable? Oh boy, how far? I beg, if you get 2,000 there, man, you know easy. You can't sell clothes. You are a big man and you are begging. You are coming to church. You want to lead prayer. You go and borrow suit. Then you are acting as if God is helping you. We are deceived in the church. I was telling some of the guys working with me that the world took over a TV project, and in 3 days, they walked around the clock. Everything was set. It's not part of those who came and say it's all about tongues. He has never missed a meeting. He attends all the prayer meetings. He's part of those praying online. But there is something about the mindset. They know the value of time. Come and find those of these brothers that only speak in tongues. Give them a walk. They will come back with excuses again and again and again. Put them on the job, it will either fail or you fire them. Then when you hire those who can do it, they say, this person, he doesn't have a kindred spirit. How can you go and hire somebody who is not a believer? Do you know the job? And every day we gather, we want to pray in tongues. And fall down. Now that you are falling down for 5 years, what has happened to you? And we think revival is all about shouting. If there is no economic boom, we will be raising the dead, nobody will hear about it. Do you not read about our brothers in the world? He woke up on his birthday. He said he needed, if you love me, send me 1 million. And in less than 24 hours, million was not 10, it was not 20, it was not 30. And in about 5 days, he raised over 250 million. That's his cycle. You check, probably none of them is speaking in tongues. But if they want to bring something into Abuja, they can shut down the youths of Abuja. They can shut down this city. And half of your church members will go there to attend the party. They don't need to pray for 30 days for God to bring the souls. They will invade the whole space and shut down the city. And 70% of the people who will be in the show will be Christians, because they know what to do. They know what to touch. We are lazing around, and it's pathetic. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 11 and 12. Paul said, and that ye study to be quiet and do your own business and to work with your own hands as we have commanded you. It's not an advice. As we have commanded you. It's a work with your own hands. Our own idea of grace is to exonerate us from every responsibility. In Ephesians chapter 4 verse 28, it says, let him that stole steal no more, but walk with his hands, that he may have to give. He was talking to a thief in church after all. And he said, stop stealing. And then the thief will say, okay, he will think he will give him a job or give him money. He said, now that you have stopped stealing, go and work. And he said, when you are done working, get money and help the poor. What a commandment. You don't know this, you idle away. It's when you are 60 years old, you will weep. There's nothing wrong in praying or shutting down to pray, especially if it's by divine instruction. God will use it to advance revival, but you will not be part of it. That's the repercussion. You've got to wake up and labor. Don't idle away. You can be praying in tongues on your job. You can be a medical doctor. You are going into the theater praying in tongues. Your job is not on your lips. You can be in the market selling clothes. You are selling, you are speaking in tongues. In fact, it's actually a sign that you are spiritually mature, because you can carry your atmosphere everywhere. It's not only when you come to church and people are praying that you are in the spirit. While you are here driving, you are in the spirit. While you are in the market, you are in the spirit. And it gives you did you not know about the sons of the bondwoman? In fact, the reason they work is to give them opportunity to enter every nook and cranny of the state. So most of the people you call shoe shiners, wheelbarrow pushers, water sellers, they are not. They are astrologers. But they need something that legitimizes they are walking into the neighborhood. So as they are shining shoes in people's compound, they are chanting incantation. So they can carry their atmosphere into their office. They can carry their atmosphere into their job. But you are the only person that thinks your own atmosphere is created when you are in church. They come to your neighborhood that they are doing shoe shining. They are selling water. It's a lie. When they enter your compound to shine your shoe, they drop incantation there. When they enter the streets, they drop incantation there. They know how the spirit realm works. We are religious people. We don't even have spiritual intelligence. Who told you the banking sector will be delivered if you are not there speaking in tongues? Who told you the medical world will be delivered if you are not there speaking in tongues? You are not just taking the job to survive. The job becomes a platform for expressing ministry, because ministry is not only in the church. That's why today everybody who is on fire is either an apostle or a prophet. You can be an active politician, and like Daniel, 3 times in a day you pray facing Jerusalem. The political corridor becomes a platform for exercising ministry. This is why Paul insists that everyone must walk with his hand.
Hello guys, welcome once again. And when I saw this video of one of my favorite men of God, Apostle Michael Orokpo, I was like, wow. So this man can preach something like this. So this man understands the principles of creating wealth. He understands all these things. So if he did, what was with all the scary tactics? What was those all about? Why was he doing all those things? Why was he creating all those scenarios where people will be scared to the bones? Why? If he understood the principles of creating wealth, the principles of getting anything done, the principles of contributing to society, if he understood all that, why scare the people? You see, I've always told you, right? If there's one thing I have come to understand with some preachers, if not all, some, is that they have a personal agenda to push, and they scramble for scriptures that support or back or gives more flesh to whatever agenda they were trying to push. If they want to preach about this, they will scramble from A to Z in the Bible to look for things that would help push that agenda forward. If they want to talk about this, they will go looking for things in the Bible that support that. They pick and choose what to preach and when to preach. They pick and choose. They are never, ever consistent with their preaching. Their preachings will largely depend on what they are trying to push. That is it. Now listen, I appreciate the man of God for pointing this out clear, and I'm guessing that some of his members would have benefited from this enormously. Because as far as I was concerned, the scary tactics was getting out of hand. It was really getting out of control. And I'm glad that he has decided to teach his people how they can be productive in society, how they can be valuable in society, how they can start something that will make them prosperous the next day, the next year, the next 10 years, or who knows, in the future. I'm glad he did that. One small thing I would push back is his whole notion of spirituality. People who are succeeding are not doing so because they are somehow more spiritual than Christians. That's not it. They are not doing so because somehow they have gods that give them the things they are needing or wanting. That's not it. The reason those people are successful, who are unbelievers or who are believers, is that they are intentional. They understand what is needed and they are willing to do it. I believe a man of God like Michael Orokpo knows that in order for you to be successful at anything, you need skills, you need knowledge, you need to be dedicated, you need to find the right environment for it, and you need to know exactly what to say that is going to motivate people to buy whatever you are selling. I believe he knows all that. So why come to pretend as if it is just God that is making him prosperous? That's my problem with him. And that's my problem with most men of God. Most of them. They pretend as if it is God giving them all their successes, whereby they have a lot of investment here and there. They are buying real estate, they are building real estate, they are starting petty businesses, they are doing this or that. But when they come to church, they make it look like God is the one just miraculously giving them every single thing. That is a lie. That is all a deception. That is it. It's really bad. It is really, really bad. So let me say one more thing before I go. Whether you are a believer or an unbeliever, the only way you become prosperous is to do something that people are willing to buy, is to be of service to people, is to make sure that you can provide your services to people, or you can make sure that your goods can reach a huge number of people. The number of people you are able to service will equal the number of money or resources or financial benefits you will get. That is just economics. The number of Christians you have in the church will determine how much tithes and offerings and donations and seed you collect. That is just it. The number of real estate that you buy will determine how much richer you will be in the future when you sell those real estates. There is no way you can become successful, financially successful, by praying for money till night. It won't work. It has never worked, and you are no exception. You are no special. No, you are not.